Now, I have a question for the men. Imagine one day you were just sitting back at home and watching some TV, and then something comes up in the news about the government, doing one or two things to rehabilitate sex workers, and they hold a sensitization workshop for the sex workers, and the camera is just panning above all the ladies sitting down there, listening to the address by the state governor or the president or whoever, and then you see your girlfriend seated there in a crowd in the midst of supposed commercial sex workers. What would you do at that very moment? I'm asking this question for a particular reason, and we'll get back to it much later on the show. But welcome to Unplug, brought to you by Every NG. It is time for us to keep you updated with the latest news when it comes to politics, sports, entertainment, and the whole nine yards. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Every NG, your one-stop shop for unlimited Nigerian trends. Without further ado, let's get right into it. And we will be starting with news about Ozo. Now, it's not just Ozo on his own, but Ozo has been spotted with this very beautiful young woman that most of us are familiar with. Her name is Nadia Buhari. Of course, you remember Nadia Buhari, the actress. And they have never been seen together before anywhere. But apparently, from what we figured, Nadia Buhari is perhaps one of Ozo's biggest fans because Ozo posted a picture or pictures of both of them on his Insta story and tagged her and was thanking her for all her support. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm like, well, of course, trust people to speculate, trust people to raise dust where there might be no dust. And people are starting to say all sorts of things. Where is Nengi? Nengi must be feeling bad right now. Oh, is this the woman now? Or oh, you both look so beautiful together. Well, they do look beautiful together, actually, but we don't know if there's anything beyond just this going on between both of them. But maybe with time, we will find out. All right, now let's move on. Let's talk Wizkid. And this one is quite very interesting. A Twitter user posted a picture of a newborn baby, a baby that happened to be his own baby when the child was just, newly born, and child was in front of a picture of Wizkid, and this person tweeted and said that he dedicated his child to Wizkid when the child was born. And that tweet went really viral. People saying all sorts of things like, what happened to God? You didn't remember to dedicate your child to God, you dedicated your child to Wizkid. And some other people were saying, a child that was going to grow up and become a Davido fan or a Burna Boy fan and all sorts of things like that. Well, this person now made another tweet and talked about the fact that that picture, or he did that when the child was just born, and now the child has grown up a bit, and the child is a fan of Wizkid. He said he dedicated the child to Wizkid musically, and maybe not what other people were thinking, maybe spiritually or whatnot. And I'm like, wow, this is quite interesting. He doesn't even want to listen to any contrary opinion to what he believes is right that he has done. Good luck to you and your child. Well, away from Wizkid, let's talk Peruzzi on the other side of things. Of course, Peruzzi is now one of the musicians signed to Davido Music Worldwide, DMW. And Peruzzi was in an interview where he recounted his journey to fame, so to speak, and how his early interactions with Davido went. Now, he talked about how one time Davido wanted him to link up with them in Dubai, and he was here in Nigeria. Well, Peruzzi said he did not have an international passport at the time, and so he let Davido know. Davido made a call, got it sorted out for him. He also told him that he was going to send him money for his flight, so he asked for the account number. Now, Peruzzi, according to him, did not have his own account number, so he was supposed to send some of that account number to him, and then he mistakenly copied the wrong number, and the number happened to belong to an Uber driver. Now, Davido sent the money to the account, and that was it. The driver blocked Peruzzi and switched off his phone and whatnot. Peruzzi said he had to go to the office and inquire about this driver, and the company said they had, stopped this guy working with them a long time before. And Peruzzi was confused; he did not know what to do. When Davido called him to ask concerning the progress of the whole thing, he had to come open and be like, okay, this is what happened. Mistakenly sending the money to the wrong account number. And according to Peruzzi, Davido was not even, moved. He just said, "Oh, that's so bad," something like that, just a little reaction, and asked him to send the correct account number this time. Just like that. Peruzzi said he was so astonished at how rich the widow was at that time and the fact that he was so willing to help him. And eventually he found his way to Dubai. And of course, the love story between the widow and Peruzzi all these years up until now. Well, I hope you find a helper like the widow soon enough. Let's talk to Abraham. You remember she's still, riding on the wings of the release of her movie, The Prophetess. Now, The Prophetess was shot in her own hometown, somewhere in Ibadan, called Alata. And she said when she went to shoot the video there, or the movie, the people were very open to her. They received her well. They, just let her do her thing. And she was really grateful to them. And according to her, her personal manager now suggested that maybe they should do something to give back to these people who were so nice to them. Besides, that's the place where she grew up. So they decided to go back to that particular village and bring the cinema to them. According to Tony Abraham, she knows that many of them would not be able to make it to the cinema in Lagos or wherever to see the movie. So she decided that, after all, the movie was shot here. So, of course, you guys should get the privilege to see the movie. It was really beautiful to see all those people in one place, looking forward to see a very successful movie that they contributed to as well. And of course, there was refreshments too. So really good one from Tony Abraham with that particular move. Now let's talk Halima Abubakar. Halima Abubakar is also a Nollywood actress, and in the spirit of the Muslim fasting season that just began, or the Ramadan season, she decided that she was going to share some money to some of her fans. Now, on her Instagram, she posted this video where she was, just flaunting wads of cash. Now, not even naira, but dollars this time. And she was feeling like in the spirit of Ramadan, she should give some of this money, some of that money to some fans. Of course, people in the comments, I mean, you have my answer. The ones that are saying you already have my account number, or the ones that are saying, should I send my account number? And all of that. Well, if there's any updates concerning that, we will definitely let you know here on the show. Now, yet to another actress, Funke Akindele has declared openly her love for cooking, and she did this on her Instagram. It could have been very easy for her to just say it, but then she didn't just say it. She was in a particular kitchen where she had her ingredients prepped before her. She said she was going to make Nigerian fried rice. And a lot of people were like, "Oh wow, you love cooking, this and that." She said she really, really loves cooking. And as if that was not enough, her husband, JJC Skills, also came out to confirm this. According to him, her cooking was actually what just endeared her to him completely. He said he remembered the first time that she came over to his place to cook, and he was absolutely sold. And he called her his chef forever. I am looking for my chef forever as well, because I mean, maybe truly the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Now let's talk something else, national story this time, and it's about airport security. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has raised an alarm regarding airport security because there has been some kind of intelligence about some planned attacks on airports in some cities in the country, like Maiduguri, Kaduna, Kano, Abuja, and Lagos. Now, so much is being done in response to this perceived threats, and so many meetings are being held right now, and they're doing all they can to ensure that whatever it is that is being planned, it can be mitigated, it can be nipped in the bud even before it actually happens. So we're hoping that there is actually real progress concerning this, and it's probably not just a false alarm, or if it's not a false alarm, if something is actually going to happen, that they can do what it takes to stop it before it happens. And we wish them all the best, because the airports need to be safe. And away from that, back to the question that I asked initially. What if you find out that your girlfriend was a sex worker? Well, scratch that. Something interesting concerning sex workers is happening in Bauchi State. The state is going to be conducting a head count of sex workers in the state. According to them, this is supposed to help them understand, first of all, the numbers of sex workers in the states, and also find a way to help them stop their dangerous profession and get them to do better things with their lives. Maybe skill acquisition, and giving them capital to begin businesses and all of that. And all of this was said during a sensitization workshop that was held in the states. And we don't know how exactly they want to go about this, because I'm wondering, is it like where all the sex workers are already? Are there like some obvious locations where they are, where you just go there and pick them and just decide to do that? And there's so many angles this opens up, because you see in some places where the police actually raids certain places and picks up women and says they're sex workers and they are detained. It just gets you wondering, how exactly is Bauchi State going to go about this? What exactly is their plan? But we are keeping an eye, a very close eye, by the way, on that situation. But let's move on now. Twitter is one of the most popular platforms in the world. It's a microblogging platform, and it's quite big, especially when it comes to trending issues and even big campaigns or even small campaigns and whatnot. Now, the owner of Twitter goes by the name Jack Dorsey. And for a while now, they have been setting up a regional hub in Africa. A lot of people were thinking, okay, Nigeria is probably the biggest user, not even probably, the biggest user of Twitter, and maybe the entire internet in all of Africa. So Nigeria would perhaps be the go-to, right? Wrong. Twitter has set up its African headquarters in, guess where? Ghana. So there you have it. Jack Dorsey made a tweet in the evening of yesterday, and he was saying, well, yeah, we have Twitter in Africa, we have it in Ghana, and he gave thanks to the Ghanaian president and, of course, the entire people of Ghana. And even the Ghanaian president, Nana Akufo-Addo, also responded and thanked Jack Dorsey for that particular move and expressed his optimism about how fruitful that particular partnership is going to be. And there was a lot of reaction. Twitter was abuzz yesterday, and Nigerians saying all sorts of things, that Nigeria is no longer the giant of Africa, because if Nigeria was the giant of Africa, they would not think of going to Ghana. Internet users in Nigeria alone is above the entire population of Ghana. I mean, Nigeria has a population of 200 million people with about 33 million internet users. Ghana's population is just 32 million. So if Nigeria, the giant of Africa, cannot secure that particular, should I call it achievement, then maybe we're no longer the giant of Africa. But then you want to look at it from the other angle. Maybe Nigeria should not have everything. There are other countries in Africa that are doing well that also deserve things like this. But who am I? I'm not Jack Dorsey, right? Away from that, let's move to the foreign scene now, where we'll be talking about Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo herself. Now, there have been issues recently regarding her relationship with her man, billionaire Alex Rodriguez. There were, stories flying around that he cheated on her with some model somewhere or whatnot. But they seem to have dealt with all of that and have moved on from it. But J-Lo just very recently posted a few pictures on Instagram where she was seen without her ring. Now, this ring is worth about $1.8 million, and it almost broke the internet when Jennifer Lopez received that ring from Alex Rodriguez, and she just took these pictures looking quite unbothered, and she was without the ring. Now, people are saying, oh wow, they're really having issues, they're probably separating. Other people are saying, come on, she's on set, she's shooting a movie, maybe she just decided to leave it at home because she doesn't want to lose it or something like that. Man, that is actually a very big and very expensive rock. So you, of course, want her, or you would expect her to, handle it with care. Well, she still posted yet other pictures without the ring, and people are saying, okay, maybe there's really something going on. I don't know, and I'm hoping that they are really not having any issues, but time will tell. Away from Jennifer Lopez, let's wrap things up on the show today with sports, where tonight is Champions League night, and we're going to be having the second legs of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals ongoing right now, and two big games to be played. The first is going to be between Chelsea and FC Porto. Chelsea hold the aggregate advantage in that particular game after they won the first leg by 2-0. And the second game is between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. Now, PSG are up on aggregate in that one, 3-2. So who goes through to the semi-finals among all those teams? We are going to find out tonight. All right, so that is all we have on Unplug for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been an incredible show. Don't forget, this is every NG, and my name is Victor, and until we'll come your way next time, have yourself a wonderful day. Goodbye.